Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be looking into a very important topic that will definitely come in board exam, that is binary search. In earlier video, we saw that what is linear search and how it is applied. One of the main drawback of linear search is even though the element is found or even though the element is not present, it keeps on checking for each and every element present inside the array. But binary search overcomes this kind of disadvantage. So basically, binary search works on the principle of divide and conquer. So if we have to search for any element that is present inside array, we will divide the array in two parts. Let's say if this is our array and we have to find whether the element that we are searching is present or not, then we will divide the array first in two parts. So from here it will be broken. We will check this element whether the element is present or not. If it is present, we will simply print the value. But if here it is not present, we will check whether the element that we have searched is greater than or less than the element that is present at this index. If the element is less than this element, then obviously this element would be present at this much positions only. So what we did, we eliminated this part of the array. We didn't search at any of this position inside our array. Similarly, if this element value is greater than this element, then obviously this element would be present anywhere between this portion, and this portion would definitely be neglected and will not be checked by our program. Again, going forward, if the element is greater than this middle element, then again we will divide this portion into two parts. So now our middle element becomes this one. Again we will check whether the element present is less than this element. If element is less than this, then obviously this portion will be eliminated. Then the element would be present somewhere before this element. Else we will again, this element will be searched after this element, that is these two positions. So by this technique, you would have definitely understood that to perform this kind of technique, we either have to have the array in ascending order or in descending order. So this is what it says, that it works on sorted arrays only. If I have to give best example of how binary search is working, then I would give an example of CCTV camera. If there is one footage and we have to find whether the element which was present inside the scene whose CCTV we are watching, at what time this element got out from the scene, then what we will do, let's say if we know that element was present at 5 pm and the element was not present at 6 pm, then what we will do, we will simply check for the element, is it present at 530? If the element that we are looking for is present at 530, then it is obviously that this element went out of the scene between 530 and 6. Now we will again divide this footage in two parts. 530 and 6, the middle is 545. So we will check at 545 timestamp whether the element we are searching is present at 545. If it is not present, if the element is not present at 545, then but obviously that our element went out of the scene between 530 and 545. So likewise, we will keep on dividing the values in two parts and keep on searching. So don't you think this is better technique than simply watching the whole footage from 5 to 6? So when we are watching the whole footage from 5 to 6, then this is our linear search. And when we divide this footage in two parts and keep on checking at regular intervals by dividing the intervals in two parts, then this type of searching is binary search. So even we as a humans always apply this binary search type of technique always when we are looking for some particular thing in our real life. We don't use this linear search. Although linear search seems simple, but yet this is not the efficient way of finding elements. Now let's see the logic how we can develop the program of binary search. So first of all, I will take one variable whom I will define as start. So here I will simply take the starting index of our array. I will take another variable end where I will keep the value of the last index of our array. Let's say, for example, if we are searching inside an array of 10 size, then end value would obviously be 9. Now we know that we have to divide these two values. So I will take another variable mid and we will keep the value of mid exactly between these two. So in order to find the mid value, we will be using the formula of adding these two and then divided by 2. So I will take mid equals to start plus end divided by 2. Now we have to keep on repeating this set of instruction until we don't find the element. So obviously these statements will be going inside a loop. Now what will be the condition that we will decide as per our logic? If the number we are searching we found at this mid index only, that is array of mid, then we will simply say that we found the element at mid plus 1 position. Else if the number that we are looking for is less than the mid element, this is our array, somewhere here would be our mid. If the value of num is less than this middle element, then obviously the number would be present at this position. So what I will do? I will keep start as it is, but I will reduce end position from here and bring it to our middle, so that now we only have to search between this thing. So I will do, if my key value is less than ARR of mid, then I will simply do end value would be and value would be 1 less than the value of mid. Similar is the case for the other thing. If value of num is greater than the value of element present at middle, then obviously the element is present at second half of our original array. So what I will do, I will change the value of start from here to the next element of the middle element. So else if the value of num is greater than the value of mid, then simply I will change the value of start. So start equals to mid plus 1. Now if this condition is not met, this condition is not met, and this condition is also not met, then simply it means that we don't have that particular element. So if we don't find anything, if none of the condition is matching, then simply we will print not found. Now what about this condition? So whenever we keep on applying these steps, at the end we will terminate this loop when we find the value of num at this position. So we will keep on repeating this set of instructions till our num value is not equal to the value that is present at middle of our array. Also, we have to keep in mind that this has still to continue only and only when the value of start is less than or equal to the value of end. There might be some instances where the value of start might go beyond the value of end. So we have to keep that condition also, that this condition and start is less than equals to end. Both these conditions are satisfied. Till this we have to keep on repeating this set of instructions. So for this statement I will give you one example. If we have an array of size 4, we are having element as 2, 3, 5 and 9. So obviously this mid would be this one, because this is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So 0 plus 3 is 3. If you divide it by 2, then it will give us 1. And the number we are looking for is 8, which is actually not present inside the array. So if I take number as 8, 8 is not equals to 3. So it will then increase the value of start to 5 and end would be 9. Again it will divide the value, that is 2 plus 3 divided by 2. This will give us the value as again 2. But the condition that we have written is mid plus 1. So it will go to 3. Again, the condition is not met. 8 is still not equal to the value of 9. But 8 is less than equal to 9. So it will go inside this loop and it will reduce the value of end. So now the value of end becomes 2 and the value of start is 3. So here it went down, but still the value is not greater than or equal to the value of 9 that is present at the middle. So it will again go for this condition, it will again reduce the value of end and it will keep on reducing until this condition is not met. So we just have to perform these operations only and only when the value of start is less than or equal to value of end. Now let's see the output of this program in BlueJ. So here I have created the class called binary search and here I have initialized the values inside the array by default in ascending order. These are the same statements that I explained you the logic. Now we will try to find the element 15 inside our array. So 15 is present at 4th index. If we compile and see the output, then we are getting that number is found at 4. There are numbers like 40, 45 and 47. So these are present at last of the index. If we compile and see the output of 40, so this will give us that number is present at 8. If we take the example of 47, which is at 10th position, last index of our array, then also it is giving the number is found at 10. So this was the program that is of binary search, which is asked in every alternate board exams. So please do prepare this program well in advance and keep on practicing till your board exams. So now if you have any other questions related to this program, then you can ask your queries in comment section, and if you have any other queries related to this concept or this program, then you can send your questions on my mail ID. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one.